After 30 days of being in Indonesia, my visa runs out today. So it's time to leave and I'm heading for Singapore. Now, I'm currently at Mega Mall, which is where I've just had a coffee, Starbucks, my last coffee within Indonesia. And then I'm going to get that walkway across over to the ferry terminal. Now, at the moment, I've got a rough idea of what I'm doing. Maybe. I've got a rough idea of how much it's going to cost. But apart from that, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. And that is all part of the adventure. So there is a way to the walkway. Oh, there it is. So my time in Indonesia has been a bit of mixed emotions. I've been to some amazing places, and then I've been to some places that are not being the best. Sorry. And Singapore is going to be a place I'm going to stay for about 2-3 days maximum, because it's expensive. But this is the view from the walkway. You've got the ocean over there. It is starting to rain, which means it could be raining in Singapore, because it's only about 17 miles away. I've been told that the ferry takes about 45 minutes. But we'll see. But this video is just mainly about how to get from the island of Batam of Indonesia, where I am now, and how to get into Singapore. Can't be that difficult. I have done some border crossings that were nearly impossible. Honduras, Nicaragua, that was hard. So hopefully this one's going to be good. Hi. Right, the sign, see you again. Maybe. Right. Oh, sorry. Right, I need to know where I can buy tickets. So all I can see at the moment is restaurants. Tickets. Right, so the harbour front is where I'm heading for, but I just need to work out. There's a lot of them. Harbour front 1330, 1 hour's time, 485 rupiah. I think that's my budget for the day. That's already gone. And the hostel I've got in Singapore. Now most hostels you go to are between £5 and £10. This one's £15 and it's the cheapest. So I've got to go to the second floor, which I assume is departures. I don't know why, but I'm just following her. which is a bad idea because I think she's going to Mega Mall. No, she's not. It's departures. Okay. That was straightforward. No cameras allowed at all. So I had to turn it off when the female went, no cameras. Oh, okay. Customs, immigration was easy enough. She looked at my passport and went, it's your last day. And I went, yeah, that's why I'm leaving. And she asked me why I was here, as if the big backpack on my back didn't give it away. I'm backpacking. She went, and then she said, where was the longest you stayed? No smile, no interest, just, where was the longest you stayed? I had to think about that because I have no idea. So I just made it Sandakan, because I remember Sandakan. Was I there the longest? I don't think I was. But this is the waiting room. So there's two areas. This is the Singapore area, and over there you've got Malaysia. And to be honest, I think I should have gone to Malaysia and then did a day trip to Singapore. Oh well. So I've got 45 minutes before the ferry goes. And the aircon is really good down here, so I'm glad I came down. I've already had some eat in Starbucks, so I'm not really hungry. So all them cafes, restaurants up there, not really interested. But smooth so far. Let's see what the Singapore immigration's like. So I've been too busy sitting around that I've actually missed the call for the boat. So I'm a bit late. In fact, it could be just taking off now. That was very close. Basically, as soon as I got on that boat, this boat, we closed the door and we started moving. I was too busy playing games on my phone to realise what time it was. So I just sort of quickly looked at my watch and realised it was 1:25 and that the gates had all closed. So it was a case of going forward and going help. So yeah. So the ferry itself, you're not allowed to walk out. That's my bag over there, it's the only place that I can put it. But it's just like a big bus. No, I only chose this ferry because of the fact that it was the next ferry that's going. It's classed as a fast boat, but I don't know how fast it is. I don't know whether I have a little snoozing on. And that is me now in Singapore. Have a look around. Oh wow. So it's taken, because there's an hour ahead, I'm trying to work out, it's 3:45 here now. It's made through. They definitely don't need cameras in customs around here. Straightforward, got to fill out a form online. There's computers there available to do your stuff. There's a guy to help you. Basic information, how long I'm staying for, to get all the information from your passport when you put it in, and then going through, you put your passport through another machine, it recognises you, you're straight out. That was so modern, really good. But this is Singapore, and to be honest, I have no idea where I'm going, so I need to sit down and check where I'm going to. It has been a hectic couple of hours. Once I've gotten to the ferry station, I was like, what am I doing, where am I going, get the camera out, and obviously getting off the ferry this side. It's been a bit crazy as well. Didn't help the fact that you're not allowed to have your cameras out. But I'm now looking for, and I did this before, I got on the ferry when I had signal, look for the MRT station, which I assume is the metro. So I might have to have a wander back inside. Oh, aircon. So although I've got no Singapore money yet, the MRT does work with Apple Pay, so I don't have to worry about trying to get any cash yet. And the hostel which I'm staying at is Beats Sports Hostel. It is one of the cheapest, and it's only 4 stops and then it's a 10-minute walk. It's all very exciting. And I couldn't do any filming on the ferry itself because of the fact I was stuck in the centre. I couldn't. All the window seats were taken, mainly because I was the last one getting on the boat, and I had the glares of people because I think we were delayed by a couple of minutes. Oops. This is the metro. All very clean. Right, this is where I get my phone up to work out where I'm going. Let's see if this works. So, Northeast Lane to Punggol. English. Does it Apple Pay? Oh. Right, that's not let me buy a ticket. It says I haven't got any transaction record. So where do I buy a ticket? Try it down here. Closed. between 4 and 5 o'clock. And it's 10 past 4. Really? It's not letting me buy a ticket anywhere. I've just looked at the map. The hostel itself is about a 2-hour walk. Yeah, that's going to happen. There is passenger service through there, but you can't go through unless you've got a ticket, which is handy because I'm a passenger to be and I need serviced. Where do I get a ticket? So I have managed to find a ticket office behind me. You need a card which you can buy at 7-Eleven, and that card is your ticket for the MOT. They don't take cash at all. I mean, I'm only here for about 2 or 3 days. That's annoying. Right? Just buy a card. I've now got a card. I think there's $5 on it, but I have no idea how much I paid because I paid by Apple Pay. I'm about to get on the metro, and because it's coming up to rush hour, this is going to be fun. So, Northeast Line, 4 stops, that takes me to Clarke Quay. Oh my god, it works. Right. Northern Line. That was straightforward. Not exactly rush hour yet. This is Clarke Quay. And from here it is a 10-minute walk. So this will tell me how much I've spent, I think. $1.19. Awesome. Right. That'll work out which way to go. Right, I'm outside and I've just looked at the map and it is not a 10-minute walk, it's a 45-minute walk. And you can use Grab taxis over here, but unfortunately I've only been in the country for 45 minutes, so I haven't got a SIM card yet, and I'm not going to buy one because I'm only here for about 2 or 3 days. And for a high-tech modern city there didn't seem to be much free Wi-Fi around, so I might just have to grin and bear it, walk the 45 minutes and shove my headphones in, listen to music, keep me happy. There's a lot of skyscrapers. So I've just found a Starbucks, and as you stand outside, I've not been in, I haven't got enough money. I'm on a budget, remember, but I've just tried a Grab taxi on the free Wi-Fi that it provided, thank God. But it cost 20 Singapore dollar, which works out about £12.50. Ouch. I knew Singapore was expensive compared to Indonesia, but it looks like my 3 days might go down to 2 days very quickly. Now I'll get a bus, but I have no idea how to use it. For 45 minutes. I need the exercise. And I do keep forgetting how heavy all my bags are. I mean, the one in the back is 15 kilograms, the one in the front is getting heavier. I always say it's about 5, but it's probably about 7. Right, headphones in, music blasting. Let's go. "50 minutes of walking, and I think I'm here. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm relying on technology so much that I just believe everything I read, but there's a MRT station just around the corner from here, which I should have taken. But hey ho, as I said, exercise is good for me. And I've passed so many food places, cafes. I am so hungry. That's a holiday, and that's definitely not mine. I've not really passed the ATM neither. There it is. Beat the Sports Hostel. It's a nice area. It looks cheap. Let's go. Where's reception? There. And that's me checked in. Oh my god, it's been emotional. It's been longer than what I thought it'd be. And this is what my room looks like. It feels like it's full of international people who are looking for somewhere cheap to stay and not backpackers. But I will soon find out. And along the way I've been thinking about how long I do want to stay, and I'll just give you a quick look at the view from this little balcony. Looks like a cheap cafe down there. So I'm thinking about just staying for the 2 nights. So that's 1 full day tomorrow to go out, explore, see the city, see Singapore, and do as much filming as I can. And then the day after, Malaysia, which I need to find out how to do the border crossing for there. So much for being an international playboy. I didn't exactly plan this really well. I didn't really know much stuff. I will do better for Malaysia. But if you've enjoyed it, if you've enjoyed me going, then you've got to press that like button. If you want to see what Singapore's like, then you need to subscribe and press that bell in the corner, because tomorrow is going to be full of history, culture, things to do. But until the next time, tonight I am just going to chill. So, bye bye for now.